Okay, so what I'm getting from this is like someone like was defiant to end a cycle. Okay, and end a cycle of killing someone, okay, for a trust inheritance. Okay, or be in a relationship with them, like be in a relationship with them, a marriage, whatever. They didn't want to give up on this in order to have somebody killed. Okay, but this person's like an earth angel and balances energies out. Okay, very protected here. So like I'm getting that someone is like, they wouldn't stop, they wouldn't listen, they wouldn't stop trying to kill an earth angel. But this earth angel is actually an avenging angel, right? Also known as the angel of death. Like the angel of death is a being of light. The angel of death is a being of light. So they're very much like patient, right? But once they move on from you, okay, this is when the karma is going to hit you and all of a sudden, boom, fucking lacking. Just as much as you're lacking inside for wanting to kill this person for money is just how fucking lack you'll be. See how like riddled with like they're just fucking out in the cold, poverty, riddled with illness, right? And you don't have this energy. You don't have this energy to balance it balance it out. Clear that. This person's strong, a strong healer. Oh shit. I didn't know the guidelines that you're not supposed to show the star card because she's naked, but yeah, like a powerful healer here. Okay. So an avenging angel, somebody attacked an avenging angel, somebody tried to kill an avenging angel, right? Like their purpose was very great. They're not the average person where you can just off them and nothing happens. Okay? I always said this since I was younger. People who try to go against me, like I'm a loyal person. I don't do any fucked shit, right? I just don't. Like I'm very understanding, like even if you're a bit fucked up, like as long as you're honest about it type of thing, right? So when people would fuck me over, instantly some weird shit would happen to them. Either they'd get shot, they'd get an STD, they'd like have like really shitty relationships, right? And then on the flip side, when I would like be in the wrong, okay? These people would like get like little blessings too, right? But until I started like changing who I was, like I was never doing terrible shit, like, but like nothing really happened, right? Nothing really happened when I was in the wrong. But then when people fucked with me and I chose to just like rise above, that's when fucked shit would happen. Like there was one point where everyone was getting shot around me. And I wasn't even doing anything. I was just hearing about this shit and I was like, holy fuck, man. Everybody, the fuck is everybody doing? But now I understand. They were plotting. Okay? And I remember one time, like I remember asking God, like if anybody's wanting to kill me, make sure they die first. Just make sure they die first before they get to me. Right? Like there's nothing wrong in asking for protection. And it just happens. It just happens. Strength. Like somebody has like, what is it called? Strong. They have like spiritual authority. Like because of the strength that somebody's endured, they have like, let me show you this combination. Somebody has spiritual authority. Okay? That's a strong witch. Like a good guy, right? That's a good guy. That's a good guy. That's a good guy. Or woman, right? Like you heal, you save people. Like this is like purifying people's demons. This is like exorcism shit, right? Like your light, you healing your own toxic traits with love is like going to heal a lot of people in this lifetime. A lot of people in this lifetime, and that's your purpose in this world, is to heal the toxicity out of people, right? So you don't fuck with someone like that with that kind of purpose. You just don't. Like that's a worker of God, right? Whether they do it through speaking, whether they're like an addictions counselor, whether they're like a reader, a healer, right? A doctor, a good doctor. This person's balanced. This person's balanced. Like if you go after this person, you're fucked. Like quite literally, like see you never. I still ask for that. I'm like, if anyone has bad intentions, like cast them away from me. Or allow me to see it right away, right? Very unbalanced third parties. Somebody wanted to send in a third party in to have you like unbalanced. Your cup unbalanced. So like pH. I'm hearing hepatitis C, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis, HIV, AIDS. Oh fuck, man, you went down the wrong path to do that. Like you shouldn't have done that. That's gonna backfire. That's gonna backfire, right? You got that yet? I'm hearing genital warts. Oh, like don't wish that upon anybody. Don't wish that upon people. What's TBS? Tuberculosis? Maybe. TBS. I don't know. But like somebody wanted someone riddled with disease, and now people are getting riddled with disease because it's clinging to the lack that's within, right? The negative energy that's within. And this person's very balanced. This like temperance energy, right? This temperance energy is like a master at transmutation. They have a good understanding of mind, body, and spirit. So like it has nowhere to go but like back to your group, back to whoever you're linked to, right? And then the lack that's within inside you, okay, the negative energy that's within inside you is the perfect thing for it to cling to. Damn. Here's like a real jealous woman who went down the wrong path. I'm here on the outskirts of town. On the outskirts of town, there's a jealous woman on the outskirts of town. Who doesn't want to accept judgment. Someone could have threatened this woman. Like, I'm gonna tell the community what you did. I'm gonna tell the community what you did. So in order to protect their reputation, they like got rid of this person. Tower in the reverse. Yeah, they didn't want to accept this judgment. I mean, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm getting that, like, people are finding out what's really going on. They're like, what's really going on? And they're like, really learning how to read between the lines and really, like, reading people, observing people, right? No longer conflicted about these options. There's like a group of lovers that you're no longer conflicted about. Very self-serving group of lovers. I'm getting like fatal love. Fatal attraction. They want you to not have any. It's like, if I can't be with you, nobody can. But then they're selfish. They want to balance things out and move you away. Somebody wants to move into calmer waters to balance things out for themselves because they're understanding, like, the avenging angel part of it, right? Like, you're going to get fucked up by somebody's spiritual team. Like, somebody's ancestors are, like, on somebody's ass, man. Weird shit's happening. They want to move, right? They went down this path and it's just fucking haunted, man. It's haunted. Okay, somebody's like wishing that they never fucked around with things that they like never, they didn't know what they're fucking with, right? And now they're like fucking haunted. I'm getting like a biker gang, but they're like a ghost form. Like a ghost form. And it's like there's a ghost form of people who are avenging angels but ghosts. Okay, but they're beings of light. Because they ascended. Okay, so there's an entire gang after a group of people. And it could be of the same people. It's like the person who initially started this shit, okay, had good intent. It's just y'all who fucked something up, right? So it's like people are getting real fucking haunted by like real avenging angels. You know how people like yes. You know how people like they act? They'll like defend people. Like if you go and beat your fucking wife, somebody's gonna handle you, right? And that's like an act of God. That's your fucking karma, man. That's your fucking karma. For beating your wife, lying about it, projecting onto her, right? Like being a literal fucking disgrace, right? And then these people will go and handle it, and like that's an avenging angel. Like you're gonna go to jail as the person who offed a woman beater, the person who offed a pedophile, the person who offed a body snatcher, right? People stealing kids and women, you know. And there's a certain amount of respect, and you don't get karma for that. right? You'll have an easy time in jail. That's your good karma. You'll get out on parole. That's your good karma. You'll, you know, certain shit like that, right? That's these fucking ghosts, man. They're on your ass. They're on your ass. They see that this person is an avenging angel just like them. They just mean peace, right? They just mean peace. They just mean peace. But you don't fuck with their kids. You know? You just don't. You don't fuck with people who are good of the light. You just don't. Right? So I'm getting like avenging angels, like fucking spiritual realm on these people's ass. Like that's funny. That it's so funny. It's so funny because weird shit's happening, like supernatural shit is happening. And they can't escape. Also, like, because this person is like so highly spiritual ranked and people can't really get close, right? Whatever they're doing, bibbidi bobbidi boo, bibbidi bobbidi boo, is just returning back. Okay, returning back to this group. I'm getting a group of lovers. A group of lovers, I'm hearing Jeff. Okay? It's not my dad, though. I know what my dad feels like. Like I know his energy. Doesn't want to accept judgment. Ooh, I heard a last name. I'm not going to say it, though. I'm hearing Johnny. Somebody doesn't want to project judgment. They don't want to accept judgment. So they're like, oh, somebody's going to get like a warrant. And this person's like, that's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie. But they're deflecting, right? They're going to blame it on someone else. Somebody feels like they like spent their money foolishly. Somebody collaborated in order to have a new beginning off somebody else's finances, off somebody else's like life savings, or like what they've like accomplished in life. And they like tried to make it their own. Like, this is a real fucking copycat. That's a real life copycat. Having a fall from grace because you're no longer in anxiety about them stealing this money or your independence as a whole. You're like, it's whatever. What can you really do about it? Really? Done everything you really could. Right? So then you just ask on your spiritual team to get it handled, right? And it fucking just happens. It just happens. It just happens. Like, you don't put people in danger and expect them not to pray about it, right? So, like, if you are going through this and like, you know, the RCMP is kind of whack. Like, they never did ever help, right? Just pray. And then those fucking rotten apples in the system will get plucked. They'll get fucking plucked, man. They just will. They'll take themselves out with their own bullshit, right? I pray for karmic justice all the time. And all I have to do is try to remain peaceful and centered, right? That's it. It just the trash takes itself out, right? It just does. Right? The demons that you entertain will just consume you, right? Due to cause and effect. Misery, distress, ruin. Indignance. I don't know that. Adversity, right? If you're up against adversity, okay, like strong adversity, we're like I don't know, the cops ain't shit in Canada, man. They just aren't. Or at least the ones that were in my situation, bribed in my situation, okay, tormented me in my situation, okay, they weren't. Okay, I'm getting like there's like a group of like really terrible fucking cops, man. And then there's a group of like cops where they're like, don't tell that one. Don't tell that one. Don't tell that one. And it's due to like some sort of like higher up, like bad apple, rotten apple. It's like these people need to be switched out, right? Like after a certain amount of time, they should get switched out, put the young bucks in power. Like fucking those people, like they have not calloused yet, right? Like, I get that that's hard work. I understand that that's hard work. But if you're not up for the job anymore, then don't be up for the fucking job anymore. Go do something else, right? You'll get grandfathered in somewhere else. You just don't need that type of power. Really, you don't need that type of power. It's a disgrace. It's deception, okay? It's like a criminal to another level, okay? Because it's an inside job now, right? It's fucked. That's fucked. On the radio, I was hearing that there's like a different sort of investigative unit, okay, investigation agency, that has nothing to do with the RCMP. Like they'll work together, but they'll have their own independent agency with their own set of rules. So if that means something to someone, you're busted, caught sneaking, caught thieving. Like they understand why this person's guarded. Somebody understands why this person is guarded. Like they've been through it all. But like, see how he's just still standing though? Like he's been through it all, he's still standing. Like, see the stick that he's holding on to? So the action that this man takes is to keep to himself. Because of all the action going on behind his back. For money. This person will be protected. Not only spiritually, but like on the 3D level. King of Wands is unstable action, okay? Unstable action because they can no longer put in third parties to break your heart. The person's really unstable. Their house could be getting raided. They were trying to look towards this new beginning off your finances, off your independence. I'm hearing I'm an independent worker. So this person prides themselves on not being affiliated in anything. It's like, so? What's that supposed to mean? And? Doesn't make you any less of a fucker and unstable. Like, all right. So you're just naturally like that then. I don't know. I don't see how that has to do with anything, but I heard that clear as day. Or maybe that's a deflection, right? In anxiety about this person standing in their power when it comes to this community, or like this person being held in high honor for standing in their power. They're like, I must be able to find a way to fuck this person up before they tell people about how I fucked them up. it's not for the sake, like, if somebody's healing and they're healing, like, for the sake of themselves, it's not even that they ever even say your name. They could say, like, my ex. They could say my ex's ex or my ex's friends, right? How many exes does that person have? You're fucking crazy. Yeah, that's the fucking truth. Like, just because your guilt keeps you up at night doesn't mean this person ever says your name. They literally don't even say your name. Okay? Even my kids know not to say that name. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. It's something we don't talk about, right? Let's shift the focus. Let's go do something. Right? We don't talk about that. It's not even like we ever, like, this person's delusional. I'm getting sociopath. But we all have certain tendencies, right? We all have the choice to overindulge, okay? Some it comes more natural because of the negative that consumes them. Some, it's just like a little inkling thought, right? And some of us don't even have those thoughts anymore because we've looked at ourselves. We've looked at our shadow side. We've understood it fully. So we don't have those thoughts anymore because we were, like, brave to even look at it, right? So when we're trying to share these practices with other people, it's not to take personal, okay? It's just for the next person and the next person and the next person to have this positive ripple effect in their life. And just because these people that have wronged you refuse to look at themselves doesn't mean that you stop your growth. Doesn't mean you stop standing in your power because they have trouble being accountable for what they've done. Okay, they just take it personal. Okay, so don't take it personal when other people are taking it personal. That's not your fault. Right? I mean, if you're a shit disturber and you're talking shit, then I mean you'll get your own karma in a sense, right? But if you're just healing, actively healing and teaching people how you've healed, and a part of that is like standing in your power and owning your story, then I mean, what they think is none of your business, what they think is none of my business, right? It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. There could be like a judge ruling that you have to, like, get a message, some sort of tangible evidence that this will, inheritance, trust does in fact exist. Like, that could be like order. I'm like getting like a, what is that called? Like a, you know, is it called a gaffle? I don't know what the fuck it is. What does a judge, like, hammer down? The law. Okay, I'm gonna read a Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna read Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. I read that one. Okay. Angel number 16, angel number 45, or these could be ages, whatever it means to you, right? You could have a child that's 16, you could be 45. You could have a child that's 45. Or those could be birth dates, jersey numbers. If it means something to you, right, then the message could potentially resonate, or there could be like a message in this reading for you, right? Somebody's like experienced, like, you know, like they might seem cold, they might seem like callous, but they're just experienced, and it is what it is, man. It just is what it is. And that's what I was getting out of like this avenging angel spirit, okay? Or this like angel of death spirit. They're actually a being of light. Okay, they were sent here, God sent them here so narcissists would attack them and think of them as an easy target. And when they weren't, and when they remain peaceful, that's when these demons that these other people, these attackers entertain, would fucking take them out. So it's like they take themselves out. And like this avenging angel is just bait. This angel of death. Right? Like the angel of death has attempts at their life. But it's for a reason. It's for a good reason. So that's why people have this misconception of thinking that this person is dark or thinking that this person is a certain way, right? But those people that think that are people passing judgment. And you get a certain karma for passing judgment too. Right? Those people who oppress this person will be oppressed. And that's where like cause and effect comes in, right? Cause and effect. I'm just trying to explain this to the best of my ability with the downloads that I got from the dream state. And also with like Temperance, Ten of Swords. The angel of death. Okay? Avenging angel. That's what I call it. Okay? Avenging angel. Almost every day I play a game with myself. Okay. Ask yourself the question, will this matter a year from now? Almost day I play a game with myself and I call time warp. I made it up in response to my consistent erroneous belief that what I was all worked up about was really important. To play time warp, all you have to do is imagine that whatever circumstance you're dealing with isn't happening right now, but a year from now. Then simply ask yourself, is this situation really as important than I'm making it out to be? Once in a great while, it may be, but a vast majority of the time, it simply isn't. Whether it be an argument with your spouse, child, or boss, a mistake, a lost opportunity, a lost wallet, a work-related rejection, a sprained ankle, chances are a year from now, you aren't going to care. It'll be one more irrelevant detail in your life. Well, this simple game won't solve all your problems. It can give you an enormous amount of needed perspective. I find myself laughing at things I used to take far too seriously. Now, rather than using up my energy feeling angry or overwhelmed, I can use it instead on spending time with my wife and children or engaged in creative thinking. Surrender to the fact that life isn't fair. I better read that one because in my mind I'm like being indifferent to that statement. But we'll save it for next time. It's not that I'm being indifferent just to be indifferent, okay? There's a difference being indifferent because you want to rise out of someone or you want attention or just to be the opposite, right? And then just really indifferent. Or maybe indifferent is like I don't know, I gotta stop saying shit that I don't know. Indifferent. Like so there's a difference between being different and being indifferent. There we go. Licorice. Oh, look how old this book is. It's just fucking... dusty, man. It's crusty. It's dried up. It's just all dried up. Licorice. Licorice flavored candy has been a popular confection for centuries. The root of this plant, however, is also highly regarded for its medicinal properties. In San Nong Herbal, a list of more than 365 plant drugs compiled in China about 2,000 years ago lists licorice as a super superior drug, meaning that it can be used over a long period of time with no toxic effects. Culpeper wrote that this herb is a fine medicine for hoarseness, hoarseness. Here, I'll just show you guys. I'm not the most professional of readers. More recently, foreign studies show that, you know, this one. The main active ingredient in licorice root has an anti-inflammatory, antiviral, and anti-allergic properties. Licorice root is soothing for peptic ulcers, bladder ailments, and kidney ailments. It is also a good expectorant. Licorice is a time-honored remedy for arthritis due to its anti-inflammatory properties. It stimulates the production of two steroids, cortisone and aldosterone, which help reduce inflammation. The Japanese are investing in glycerin, I don't know, as a possible cancer treatment. In the United States, the National Cancer Institute is investigating triterpenoids. I don't know what that is. Triterpenoids. Compounds found in licorice root for their ability to inhibit the growth of cancerous cells. In Japan and China, this has been used successfully to treat hepatitis B. I was getting that. A disease characterized by inflammation of the liver. Licorice contains a plant estrogens, which at high doses bind to estrogen receptor sites on cells, thereby reducing the body's need for real estrogen. Herbalists include licorice in formulas to treat menopausal symptoms and menstrual disorders. Licorice can raise blood pressure in susceptible people. A new form of licorice, minus that root ingredient, okay, I can't say that word, glycyrrhizin, called DGL, has been used quite effectively to treat ulcers without producing the unwanted side effect of high blood pressure. It is an excellent substitute for over-the-counter antacids for either ulcer pain or heartburn. Since DGL does not contain glyceric acid, it is unlikely that it offers the full benefits of preparations containing the whole licorice root. Possible benefits. Reduces pain of ulcers, can relieve menopausal symptoms, helps break up congestion due to colds, soothes sore, hoarse throat, reduces pain and stiffness from arthritis, may help retard growth of certain cancerous tumors. I'm sorry, I'm pretty immature. Used to treat hepatitis B. Okay, how to use it. Take up to 3 capsules daily of licorice. Okay. I'm going to close it out. Ooh, balance. Balance, patience. If you're going through situations like this, just have patience, man. You've made it this far. You're doing the right thing by transmuting energy. Okay? You're doing the right thing by not returning to sender. Okay? You're doing the right thing by just like attending to self. Listening to your guides, right? Whatever they are to you, listening to the universe, purifying yourself. Someone could be purifying themselves. from a jealous person who's like a stalker. That's good. That's really good. Okay, you could be moving on to a new study, figuring out what you like. Okay, have a good day, people.